Hello and welcome to everyone watching. My name is Surjo, and in this video I shall be talking about the tuner from Korg. That's the Korg Pitchblack Custom, one of the most dependable tuners out there for those who have a pedal board and things of that nature. Going to dive into the features really quick. It has a few modes that I want to get into, which separates it from the usual presentation of what a pedal tuner is, and I think it's pretty cool. And also it has some little cool design elements that I think you will appreciate more if you have the pedal in front of you. So going right in, this is the Korg Pitchblack tuner. As you can see, uh, first of all, simple on-off function, it through bypass and all that, and it mutes your signal, guitar signal, once you get into it. So diving right into the functions of the Korg Pitchblack Custom. So you switch it on, and once you switch it on, it's you have a standard mode that it's on, which is mode 1, which is what we're most used to. So if you play a note, like right now you can see the E flat, it's one blue line which says where you are, and the green line is where you want to be. So I'm little flat. Okay, so that's where you are. So similar for any other string, like. Now the thing which I don't think the camera is able to get across to you here is that it's not a green line per se. What I'm looking at is like a curve. It has like almost a 3D element. It's a 3D element to it. It's not, I'm not looking at this, even though it looks like that. You can see it's a little bit of a curve, but that curve actually looks like a 3D thing from within the pedal. I don't know if this would sort of explain it better, but you can see that curve that's happening, and that's pretty cool. So we have that, and then moving on, what I wanted to talk about were the different modes. It has 4 different modes for tuner, and this is like your custom mode which you had right now. If I were to go to mode 1, that's mode 2, that's like a strobe tuner. So you can see the green is still there. The green is again where you want to be. So let's say if you can see it's moving downwards. It means that I'm flat and I need to sharpen. Once it stops moving, that's when you know that you're in tune. It has to stop moving. Now it's moving upwards. It means that I'm sharp and I need to pull it back in. There you go. So now moving on to mode 3. That's mode 2. Moving on to mode 3. They're all just really cool design elements and different ways of tuning. Now I want to say that this pedal, the Korg Pitchblack Custom, is bright enough to where you can actually, I think, see the pedal and its signal. It's an indicator, it's LED, even in sunlight. Because obviously it makes no difference if you're playing a night gig, because this thing's going to shine up really brightly. But even if you're out on a day gig on stage in the sunlight, you still want to see what's happening, and I think this is able to do that. So now, if I were to go, now this is really cool, because if it just shows the green mark, and if you're flat it moves down, if you're sharp it moves up. That's really cool. There you go. But if you move up, you can see it's going upwards, and the faster it goes, the more further away you are from the mark. Interesting stuff. I'm moving on to the final mode, mode 3, mode 4. So this is something that I'm not sure I would want to recommend in daylight at the very least, because if you're not there, as you can see, it shows that you're not there, so you push it up. But what happens if you creep past it? It's kind of difficult to know the differentiation between the blue and green here, and I am not colorblind. I know that there's a blue and there's a green, but this is not the most conducive way, I would say. I don't think this is the most conducive way. So moving back to mode number one. All right. So some other features which this has is A, obviously you can battery power it, or you can power it using a 9-volt adapter. You can change the calibration on this if you don't want to tune to 440 hertz, which is your standard tuning calibration. You can change it to something else, but you should know what the calibration is. Otherwise, it's not got any standard presets like you can tune it to drop D or DAD, GAD. It doesn't have that. So if you want to tune it to a different tuning, you have to have the calibration. You need to know what basically you're going to tune it to. And this is not a polyphonic tuner, as in you cannot hit, it doesn't know what to do, right? Like you have TC Electronics or things like that, the new Boss multi-effects processors where you hit it one go and you can get all the strings at the same time. This doesn't do that. It's one string at a time. It's monophonic and it's not polyphonic. And another thing is, you can actually connect a daisy chain to this and power up to 200 milliamperes of pedals, I think. So it's like 2-3 pedals. In case you're falling short on your pedal board, you don't have enough power space or something, you can use this to power other pedals. You can use this to power other pedals. So in case you're using batteries to power this and you want a couple of other pedals, smaller pedals to get powered, it doesn't draw too much current, you can do that. So pretty handy pedal and great design aesthetic, so on and so forth. I think it's a really cool addition to one's pedal board, because if you're going to play on a pedal board, you need a tuner, so why not this? So this is my review for the Korg Pitchblack Custom. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope this helps you. Until next time, take care.